What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel here from the Geek Speak Nation channel, and I'm here to bring you my reaction to the first official trailer for Spider-Man Homecoming. So, it is finally here. It has finally arrived. The first official trailer for Spider-Man Homecoming. Out of all the set photo leaks and things of that nature, it's finally here. And where did it come from? Jimmy Kimmel, because he has signed his soul over to the devil in order to get these exclusive deals with Marvel and DC to show their trailers. It's pretty awesome. I don't know how he got it, but he got it. Congratulations to him. What I want from this trailer is just to get excited. You know, just to be excited for what the vision they have going forward for Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the first superhero I could ever remember ever since I was a kid. He was the first superhero I ever really liked. I remember going into the theater, watching Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire and just being blown away, terrified, scared, exhilarated, all at the same time. I love Spider-Man. He's a character that means so much to me, and so having this interpretation by Tom Holland is pretty awesome. I think it's pretty accurate from what we've seen so far, and we've only seen very little. So it's time to see how he's going to do in the foyer of a full-length feature film. But I think he's really going to hold up. I mean, come on. The worst Marvel is lately is mediocre. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm expecting extraordinary things from this trailer, and I think I won't be let down. So let's check it out. And here we go.
What's up, guys? Wait a minute. You guys aren't the real Avengers. I can tell Hulk gives it away. Awesome.
Is Liz the new top?
No, we've seen that before. Never with that skirt.
Should probably stop staring before it gets creepy, though.
Too late. You guys are losers.
So, to become an Avenger, are there, like, trials or an interview?
Just don't do anything I would do. And definitely don't do anything I wouldn't do. There's a little gray area in there, and that's where you operate.
Oh.
All right?
That's not a hug. I'm just grabbing the door for you.
All right, kid. Good luck out there. Listen, I know school sucks.
Peter, you still with us?
Yeah.
I know you want to save the world, but you're not ready yet.
You're the Spider-Man.
No, I'm not. I'm not. This is just a costume. This is...
You're on the ceiling.
Stay close to the ground and stay out of trouble.
Oh, sure. Oh, my goodness.
Forget the flying monster guy. There are people who handle this sort of thing.
I'm sick of him treating me like a kid all the time.
But you are a kid.
This is my chance to prove myself.
Peter, what is
Under
going on
Armour.
with you?
I'm really sorry. I'm so busy. I'm slammed.
Don't mess with me, because I will kill you and everybody you love.
Ooh, Michael. Okay. I'm into it. That in shot right there. That's what it's about. That's the money shot right there. So, okay. So real quick, I'm also going to watch the international trailer. And here we go.
On the roof!
I just real quick wanted to see
Hey, everyone.
what differences there was going to be.
I get to keep the suit?
Of course. Doesn't fit me. Just don't do anything I would do. And definitely don't do anything I wouldn't do. There's a little gray area in there, and that's where you operate.
The relationship between Tony and
Guys, wait a minute. You aren't the
between
real
Tony
Avengers.
and Peter is my favorite thing so far.
But this does not mean you're an Avenger, in case you were wondering.
Oh.
That's not a hug. I'm just grabbing the door for you.
All right, kid. Good luck out there.
I love that.
World's changing, boys. Time we change too.
Ooh, okay, a little more Vulture. Michael Keaton, man.
Listen, Peter, forget the flying monster guy. There are people who handle this sort of thing.
I'm sick of him treating me like a kid.
But you are a kid.
This is my
Okay, so most of it still seems to be the same, but I love the look of the vulture.
Because I will kill you and everybody you love.
That's just incredible, man. That is just incredible. Wow. And then the great money shot at the end. Okay, so breaking this down. All right, let's both trailers. Number one things that come across is they really were not kidding when they're talking about they want this to feel like a John Hughes film. They really wanted this to feel different than any of the other Marvel films that they've done so far. And it gives you that sense of just being, it's just like a high school drama, but he just happens to have superpowers. And that's the coolest thing about it. We have a Peter Parker trying to get respect from who he wants to be his peers and wants to be an Avenger and wants to be taken seriously in both as Peter Parker and as Spider-Man, and trying to earn the respect on both sides and trying to be cool. And having that moment of him not really fitting in, it was pretty awesome, and him at the lunch table and things of that nature. It's great. This is, the trailer was really great in the sense that it really captured the essence of what we wanted from this film, you know? It really captured what we wanted out of this Spider-Man. And that was that fun nature, that just everything we love about him in the comic books just encapsulated inside of a film. And that's what I loved. I love the direction of the humor. I don't think it's necessarily your typical Marvel humor. There's kind of that back and forth wit type thing, but it really is genuine humor that comes from the characters and the situations they're in. I do have to say my favorite interactions so far have been between Peter Parker and Tony Stark. Their chemistry, ever since watching Civil War and the scene where Tony goes to recruit Peter, their chemistry is just on fire anytime they're in a scene. It is just hilarious. And having that moment for them together was just really great for me watching that in the trailer. So overall, I am sold on these trailers, guys. I think they're really awesome. Michael Keaton is intimidating. I like the idea of what they're doing with the exosuit for the Vulture costume. It'll be interesting to see what his motivations are, why he's doing these sort of things. But having this idea that Tony Stark is just like, kid, sit this back. There are other superheroes now. In a world full of superheroes, you don't have to be the first one that steps up to bat. You know, you're a kid. There's no need for you to take that risk. And you don't necessarily get that in the comic books. They're just like, hey, you're a superhero gang. All right, that sounds good. Let's team up together and stop crime. You know, and it just goes from there. But I really like this more realistic, more tempered approach that they have going towards it, about trying to, he wants to keep Peter safe and level-headed, and at the same time wants him to take risks like he did. And that's how you learn. That's how you explore. That's how you do great things, is when you take risks. But nevertheless, I love just the spectrum that this film offers. It has this independent movie kind of feel, this like about the kid who doesn't fit in, Meet Earl and the Dying Girl, kind of quirky film, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, except with superpowers kind of vibe. But then you can go into this big spectacle thing, like what you have with the ship that's being torn apart and things like that, and him fighting in the bus lot against Vulture. There's just a lot of spectacle and a lot of levels to what's being offered here. And being able to see him swinging through New York City and flying next to Iron Man is something pretty incredible, which is not really something, it's not an image you really think about. You know, when you've been watching these movies and these universes separately, you don't think of like, man, it'll be really cool if Spider-Man was really swinging right next to him, and visualize that with the actors and the backstory that we have, and as in-depth, as entwined as all these characters are. And really, I just think the Tony-Peter relationship is such a brilliant idea. It gives Peter an opportunity to grow, develop, and be mentored in a different way that we have never really seen before with Peter Parker in the movies. We've never really seen him really have that mentor in the sense of someone who understands where he's coming from, understands having great power, understands the responsibility that comes with it. So having him have that mentor, we're going to get some really interesting character development. And also we're going to get some really interesting character development for Tony Stark when you think about it. Because, I mean, you got to think about what he's going through. He's going through a breakup with Pepper. He just had the Soviet Accords and the Civil War, lost his best friend right there because he found out his best friend's friend killed his parents. Tony's going through a lot. Tony's going through a lot right now. And so having this relationship, I think, is actually, in this fictional concept, it's going to do great for both of them. And it's going to develop these characters in ways we never really would have thought of before or previously when we thought of having Spider-Man come over into this universe. But nevertheless, guys, I love it. The trailer won me over. I think the only thing that kind of stopped me from getting too excited was when I woke up this morning. So many people were posting images from the trailer, and I didn't know it came out. So it's like some of the imagery, I was like, man, I can't be as blown away as I thought I'd be because of people posting it everywhere. But nevertheless, it's my fault. It's my fault. Guys spoiled for me, but it's okay. And I'm just gonna be looking more forward to just the banter and the action and the way it's done. And the way they're introducing as much practicality as they can with the action is very interesting to me. Like, it really looks like he's hanging there from most of the locations and in the fight scenes. I mean, of course, a lot of that's gonna be CG, but the amount of actual practical wire work that's going on is pretty incredible. And blending that very well and getting that less rubbery look and texture from, Civil War is a much better thing to deal with, and it's something that makes me even more excited. So seeing that mix of practicality, I think it's going to make it even more believable and even more enjoyable for audiences. Because I think that's one of the things that kind of took me away. Okay, because when you look at the other Spider-Man films, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, I loved him. They did practical, but he was kind of stiff. He wasn't really an acrobat. This is a grown 30-year-old man going, ugh, it wasn't the best stuff going on. And then you have Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and his interpretation is definitely more comedic, and we get in those elements that are more faithful to the comic book, but he just got he definitely got way too CGI for my taste. And so I think we're finally going to find that perfect balance of being able to get that symmetry between practical effects and special effects to really bring Spider-Man to life for audiences. But besides that, guys, I think that's really all I got to say about it. I'm really excited, and I hope you guys are too. And as always, when it comes to trailers like this, guys, don't forget to go down in the comment sections down below and let me know if there's anything I missed, any Easter eggs or things of that nature that you've seen that I should know about. Let me know in the comment sections down below. And also, guys, if you enjoyed my reaction, hit that like button. And if this is your first time here, subscribe to become a part of the Geek Nation. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube is acting a little funky. And by a little funky, I mean it's glitching out and deleting people and canceling subscriptions, even for mine. So make sure that when you do subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, to click that notification bell so you know when I post a video. I know sometimes my schedule gets a little sporadic and things of that nature, so that also helps with that. But also with the case of I don't want to lose subscribers just because YouTube is flipping out. So guys, I'd really appreciate that if you did it. If not, it's okay. I hope you have a great day. And as always, I've been Daniel, and don't forget to get geeky.